Oh, hi. I'm a cat. I'm in space. This is the internet. That's not a shocking thing. But while I'm floating in the inky void of eternal blackness, with pretty little stars on it, I'm going to talk about another Marvel movie. I know. Don't turn off the video yet. I promise there'll be content here. Maybe I'll show you my flat crotch. Stay for the show. So I saw The Marvels, which was not particularly marvelous. They're bad jokes. Is what you expect from me here. And this movie is exactly what you'd expect from a Marvel movie. This is pretty much the most Marvel movie that ever marveled at this point. And I mean that in kind of the bad way. To where this is a movie that is incredibly by the numbers basic for these films from this franchise, from this mega franchise series of interconnected movies. And it was kind of boring, which, that's a whole bag of problems to go into. Now, I didn't hate this, but I was bored for most of the movie. There were two parts that were actually woke me up, got my attention, and I'll get to them in a second. So what is this? This is simply the second Captain Marvel thing. Captain Marvel we've had a lot of already, even though she's only technically starred in one film so far. And that was okay. It wasn't bad, but it was also, again, kind of middling. Captain Marvel was a character that had a lot of interesting ideas that these movies have not really done anything with. Like, they'll give us a cool idea or an interesting premise to work with that you would think would be more than enough to make a movie upon or build a character with, but they don't do it. Poor Carol Danvers is mostly just a force of nature that happens to talk to Nick Fury a lot. As a character, she doesn't have much going on, and I still can't tell if it's a mixed matter of her actress is not particularly great, and I've seen her in other stuff and she's fine, so I don't think it's that. I think it's a mix of directing that doesn't really care about this character particularly, and scripts that do her a disservice because they don't know what to do with her. They'll give her things that happen to her that technically can make pathos and character building with, and then not bother or don't give her enough time to do anything with it. So we have a problem. And I guess at the script stage of this thing, which apparently had the director walked off, and this is like a meatloaf of scripts all made into one big mash of a thing, kind of shows. This thing is decided, at some point in the scripts they decide, let's bring in the Disney Plus characters. Ooh, spooky. So yeah, with the pandemic when we were all stuck at home, I know you do. Disney decided at that point when they were busy doing stuff, making content for their streaming service, let's make all the streaming services, important, I guess, if you feel like it. And aside from Loki, no one really... Well, Loki and WandaVision, which are the first two, the best two, the only ones anyone cared about particularly. So you've got a side character from WandaVision, Monica Rambeau, a.k.a. Captain Marvel 2 or 3 or whatever numbering we're going on here, and Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel from the Ms. Marvel show. And the idea is take these two characters from the Disney Plus shows that people will in theory be like, bring them in with Captain Marvel, who had kind of a weak original showing, hasn't had much to do beyond just show up and beat up the threat or problem or whatever. Have them support her and make basically a Marvel team-up movie. Interesting in theory, in practice, don't work. Because Carol is not given anything is just basically a nothing burger. She's not given anything to do, really. Or at least the direction is so poor and the script is so poor, she has nothing to work with. Monica is here strictly to give techno-babble and to kind of gripe. And Kamala is the best part of the movie, because she did an entire season of her show, knows what the character is supposed to be, and how to act, clearly with no support from the director or the script, and she does just fine. She feels like a fully fleshed out character. Even though I didn't watch the show, I can tell this is how this character works. Her family is involved as supporting characters. This is clearly a movie meant to kind of close and reach the character top of the bag here, or finale, setup, climax for this character. I didn't watch the Ms. Marvel show. I didn't like this enough to bother with it, but I'm guessing it was fine. I heard it was fine. The character is fine. She's amusing. Everything else around her is not very good, so she kind of rises to the top by default. So there you go. Oh, there's a plot to this. So basically, Carol screwed up again and caused a little old civil war on the Kree planet where all the blue people were. Yeah, remember the Kree planet with the blue people and Ronan? Yeah, no one cares. So she went there, blew up their evil supercomputer that brainwashed her in the first movie, and kind of caused a wee little civil war, and probably has, several million deaths on her hands, kind of caused a wee bit of a genocide. It's a little genocide. And now there's an evil lady who's not blue, but she's in their outfit and has a hammer, so I guess she's Lady Ronan, the accuser. Lady Accuser. That sounds like a bad thing to call her. That's probably someone's YouTube channel. Or a Twitter handle. Anyways, Bad Lady with hammer is literally doing the Spaceballs plot, where she is stealing the atmospheres and water and sun eventually from other planets to fix her broken-ass planet, which is technically Carol's fault. So, Carol feels bad, and Monica is in space touching a space anomaly thing, which is dumb because she's a scientist, supposed to be a scientist lady, and she got, well, I would call her this kind of dumb, but last time she did this, she got superpowers when she was touching Wanda's magic hex field in the WandaVision show, and she got superpowers eventually from it. So maybe it's not dumb to touch weird space-time magic anomalies, because you might get superpowers, apparently. I should go touch some magic things. Maybe I'll get some more powers. Maybe I'll grow some extra arms. That'd be cool. I'd have 4 armpits. Yay! Yay, more stinky. So Carol is busy fighting Bad Lady, then goes to touch a space-time thingy. Rambo touches a space-time thingy at the same time, and Kamala Khan is minding her own damn business at home, and her magic bracelet, which is connected to everything, because of course it is, glows, and we have a weird thing where their powers are entangled, aka the plot needs a reason for these 3 fairly, not unrelated, but 3 characters who don't have much reason to interact with each other at the moment to get drawn into a plot. And then we go. And unfortunately, there's not much here. Again, Carol has interesting things set up for her they don't do anything with. She caused a genocide. That's kind of why she hasn't bothered to come back home to Earth in a while, because she feels bad. Not because she, got tons and tons of people killed. No, she feels bad because she made a problem and she can't fix it. She don't want to go home till she fixes the problem. Kind of bad, not great messaging to give your main lead character lady here. She don't feel guilt. She feels bad that she made a problem, not the fact she, fucked up and killed and got lots of people killed by her actions. She's not great at being, a military, at being like a superhero space military mind smart person. A lot of smart people in Marvel. She ain't one of them. And she has no consequences to her beyond it makes her feel bad. Like, there's a part where a planet gets its water taken and they don't bother to actually follow up on that. Like, did they die? Are they okay? What happened here? You want to go back maybe and fix and ask and figure out what and at least address it? No? Okay, that's fine. Fine, whatever. I don't care. You don't care either. Monica don't get to do anything beyond just technobabble gripe. She's a little mad. She's mad at Carol for not coming home for like 30 years. So she grew up into an adult in the meantime because she was a kid in the first Captain Marvel movie. Kind of justified, but you get one scene out of it, and Carol's reaction is kind of like, sorry, I meant to come home, and this leads into her genocide thing. So it's kind of And Kamala gets all the build-up and all the stuff happening with her because she has her family, and her thing is basically, I have a magic wristband, there's another magic wristband, but an evil space lady has it, and now I'm going to meet my hero, and my hero is not great. She's kind of grouchy, and she kind of sucks at her job, even though I've idolized her forever. They kind of play with that, although it's less don't meet your heroes and more your heroes can have a bad day, but they'll apologize later. So it's kind of but I'll take what I can get. I was honestly just bored and falling asleep during most of this, except for 2 scenes. So midway through the movie, they decide to go to planet Bollywood. Yes, folks, we have an entire planet of alien species whose entire shtick is they have to sing everything, and they gave Carol another interesting thing that happened off camera that you could have literally built her entire plot around for this movie, and it would have been a good idea and interesting, which is she decided to solve a political problem by getting into a political marriage. So she's married to an alien prince on this singing planet Bollywood world. That's kind of funny. Everyone's singing, it turns into a Bollywood musical for about 10-15 minutes. I woke up. I was like, oh, alright. Yay, dancing Bollywood land. This makes no sense, but at least it's amusing. I'm entertained again. I forgot what entertainment was. And she's married to the prettiest Asian man they could build in a vat, ever found. He's really pretty, like, shockingly, unnaturally pretty looking. So I was like, oh my. Oh my. I want to be a princess too. Damn. And they put Carol in a princess dress, so to add on top of her being horrifically powerful and like a godlike being, she's also technically now a Disney princess, so sell those dolls, Mattel. Sell them hard, or Hasbro, whoever's going to make dolls of Captain Marvel in her wedding in her princess dress. I know one of you did. I don't know if it's going to get out because people didn't care for the movie, but someone's going to put that doll out or put it out somewhere. It'll be a Disney store exclusive or something like that. Somewhere. Someone will do it. Maybe a statue. Maybe Hot Toys will do it. Other part of the amusing to this, Nick Fury has like the crappiest B plot I've ever seen. And it makes the Secret Invasion TV show on Disney Plus that no one watched or liked even sillier and more useless, and just might as well have never have occurred at all, because aside from killing off a couple of side characters, no one gave a shit about. So yeah, that ended with him getting basically ostracized, being called a piece of shit, and yada yada. So he just apparently fucked off to space. He has his own space station with his own space station crew, and he's basically playing Captain Sisko up here and doing his own thing, like practically like he's playing with his dolls up in space, to get another Spaceballs reference in here. And they have Goose. Goose in the first movie was an alien cat that was cute. It was a cute alien cat that had tentacles coming out of mouths and it swallows people whole. Someone decided, let's do that, but more. So, for some reason, Goose is pregnant and lays cat eggs all over Fury Space Station. And no one bothered to look up how this alien cat species reproduces and what they do, and they're just alien eggs all over the ship, and they hatch into adorable kittens. I'm a cat, I'm adorable. These were little me's, and they were really cute. I'm like, oh, and then they swallow people whole with their tentacles. Oh, I'm still gonna go, oh, at them. You're my actual cat. Yep. My actual cat snorted at this. Anywho. So you go, oh, at these kittens and then you realize, oh, the space station is kind of broken because of the plot. We need to evacuate like 500 people off the space station, and we don't have enough working life pods for them. We did establish that the alien cats can eat people whole and puke them back up unharmed if they wish. That's now a plot point. So some mad genius fetish person, furry. It's a bored person. There's some bored dude on Disney staff for this movie in the Marvel section. Bless you. Decided, let's have an adorable army of alien kittens swallow an entire space station crew whole with their tentacle mouth things, and as a plot point to save them, because kittens are smaller to you get a lot of kittens into a space pod versus a lot of big ass people. Don't worry about how mass works in this series. It's fine. Pause. Okay. 3, 2, 1. So some madman had the idea to set this scene of alien kittens eating people to the main thing from Cats, Memory. So you're hearing this ballad tune from the musical. I'm not going to repeat it here because I can get a copyright strike or whatever. And I can't remember how the song goes. As adorable kittens are attacking and swallowing people whole with their tentacles, and it's the weirdest damn thing I've seen this entire year. Funny, too. And after that, the movie just hits the usual finale to basically run like hell to a stinger that is more consequential than the entirety of the movie. Everything else that happens in the movie, not going to matter particularly. No one's going to care. No one cared to bother to see this thing in the theater aside from me because I had nothing else better to do. And the stinger is the only thing of note that people were even talking about online, and technically won't matter much in the grand scheme of things for a while. That shows you, but it also has the stink, I know it stinks, of something stapled onto the back of the movie to drum up interest. Because they realize, oh, we got a turkey. It's near Thanksgiving. They realize they got a turkey here. Let's do something to get people with butts in the seats. Even though Disney forgot the fact that people have cell phones, and I was able to see what the stinger was before I saw the movie, because that was the only interesting part. They're like, oh, that's cool. I went to saw the movie, saw the stinger on the actual screen instead of on a phone. So that was nicer. But most people didn't bother. They just looked at the singer on the cell phone footage, and they're like, oh, cool. That traded for like a day. Don't bother seeing the movie. And honestly, they were correct. The movie's not worth seeing. Skip this. I do recommend in about a month or two, once this gets dumped on streaming, watch the musical Bollywood section, because it's kind of funny. This weird out of nowhere. It has a pretty Asian dude. And watch the cats eating people scene, which is technically on YouTube already in the form of cell phone rips. Wait till you actually have people rip it off the actual streaming thing and post the clips online. You'll get your fill of alien kittens eating people. It's the most adorable vor you're going to see this week, month, year, whatever. I could draw something really cute like that. When you want to see me as an adorable kitten to swallowing you whole, yes you do. Yes you do. You want to go in my belly. You want to make me even fatter. Fatter. Make my titties even bigger. I know at least some of you are hard now. You're welcome. Anywho, like and subscribe. Subscribe to my Patreon. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Follow my Twitter, my Blue Sky, my FA page. Yada yada bing. Give me money to draw you porn. Yada yada boom. I'm going to bed. I'm in space. Can't really get laid down in space. I'm kind of just floating as it is. I look like I'm standing straight up. I'm not. I am actually floating in a circle. I'm going to puke everywhere eventually. And the puke's going to go in a circle, and it's going to be very pretty. And they'll find my frozen corpse later. Oh, well, whatever. I'll figure it out. Bye! Floating away. Bye! Space.